Okay. So, I guess we're going to talk today about hair loss and how it affects you and me and anybody really, and how we can combat hair loss, perhaps at home tips and tricks, maybe that you can do to combat your hair loss, or things you can do to hide your hair loss, perhaps if you have the situation like mine. Um, I deal with hair loss on the daily because I have a disorder called trichotillomania, which is a hair pulling disorder. I have had this disorder since I was 11 years old and I'm now 37. And they still have not, as far as I'm aware, found a really good cure for it, but I haven't looked in a while. One of my homeopathic nurse friends tells me that a treatment called NAC can help with the hair loss that I experience and the urge to pull my hair. But I personally have dealt with it for so long and I haven't been pulling for quite a while for myself. It's been like about a month or so. So I'm just going to kind of stick with that and try not to go back to that bad place where I was pulling a lot of my hair out. But yeah, I know that a lot of people as they age experience a change in their hairline, or perhaps even the coloration of their hair makes them want to pull out their hair. I suggest don't do it. Just let it happen. Just let your hair grow and flow. And if you are experiencing an extreme amount of hair loss, I know there's a lot of things out there in the beauty world that we can use to treat hair loss. Um, if you go to the right beauty stores, you can find a lot more products than just at your local drugstore. Where I think the main treatment for hair loss is in the Rogaine for men. I mean, I know that I have chips here, so I'm gonna roll it up and put it away. I do apologize about that. I was snacking before the space started. But hey, King BJ, it's good to see you. And then Brent, it's good to see you as well. Tonya, what do you think about the Rogaine for men as an option for the main thing for hair loss? And then what's the other main option that men seem to have for hair loss? Isn't it hair replacement therapy, where they
Yeah, and then
replace the
they
hair?
also do PRP also.
What is that? Tell
P-
me about that.
Plasma rich. Hold on. PRP. Is it plasma rich? I have to look it up. But where you take your own blood, they spin it, and then
Oh
they
yeah,
put it
yeah.
on your scalp, and then they can stimulate hair growth that way.
Hmm.
Yeah. So share with a tweet. I'm gonna share this out real quick. Tweet. I was just like I'm trying to like connect my other account, but it's just so many things that Twitter wants from you just to start. Uh, so yeah, so and also when it comes to hair loss, and again, full disclosure, medical disclosure, none of us are doctors. Again, this is what I've read, and I also work with researchers and aesthetic medicine doctors. So these are the hair losses is something that we always talk about, and I find that is sometimes it could be hormonal. Your thyroid's not right. Get your full thyroid checked. You could
Yeah,
estrogen,
that's
not
definitely.
enough estrogen. Oh my god, that's like the number one culprit right there. So again, it's up to you how you want to care for your health, but you should try to find a doctor and get your hormones checked because it could be just something that simple. And then once they get that checked, it's like your body's like a car. Because if you can't figure out why it's wrong, you can't just continue putting like if there was an oil leak, do you want to continue putting oil in it, or do you want to find out why the oil is leaking? So same thing with the body. You gotta find the whole function of the body. And then if you have to, you would use different types of medicine, supplements, changing of lifestyle to implement that to see a difference in what you're looking to achieve. But the thing is, a lot of time our hair is like our crown jewels. And the thought of not having our hair has been, I can't even imagine being like Jada Pinkett Smith and not have, beautiful and strong as she is and not have hair. I mean, like she had alopecia, right? And that was, I felt so bad for her. But it's
Yeah.
not something you can make fun. I mean, when it comes to hair for women, it's like it's not the stuff you make fun of.
No, it's not. And like when I was in middle school, there was a kid that felt like it was necessary to pull off my hairpiece. And it was something that I think I slapped him in return. And I got out of school for 3 days I got punishment from school for slapping a kid in the face, but like he didn't get any punishment for pulling off my hairpiece. And I thought that was worse. Like I thought that was a worse thing to do than slapping a kid in the face who pulled off someone's hairpiece. Like, you don't do that to people. That's their like their
Yeah,
hair.
and that's the teacher's fault for not disciplining him like
Yeah,
that because they
back
think, oh, boys would be
school.
boys. They just he probably liked you, and those things that they don't think is important that affects a young girl's development and
No,
also her self image. I mean, you don't want to be you don't want to be picked on like that, and never about what's going on with you physically. So I feel that's important that a lot of time teachers need to learn us stuff like that. The proper way of saying, hey, you should not be doing that. This is just not a nice thing to do to hit someone or pull in someone's hair that way. Or like
right.
remove like pull. So you wore a wig since junior high? Tell me
Yeah,
about
since
that. Oh my gosh, tell me.
grade, like it was since I moved here from Virginia actually. When I was in Virginia growing up, our school was generally everybody was friends with everybody else except for like a few people that were the bad kids or something. So those kids were still friends with me, and I was always friends with everybody in Virginia. But then when I moved here to the Midwest, it was very cliquey, and the kids at the schools had their own groups of friends, and they thought I was like some outlandish person from another world. And I had short hair already, and I had been pulling my eyelashes and like a part on my head for a while, and I would pull my hair out in class, and this kid would just make fun of me the whole time, and then he got other people to make fun of me for doing it, and then it just got worse, and I would pull more hair out and more hair out, and eventually I started wearing a wig and shaving my head, and I've just worn wigs and shaved my head ever since then. So like I change my wig multiple times a day sometimes. I have like a lot of different wigs that I like to just always have a different one and different colors and bright colors, and just always kind of deal with the questions about how does your hair change color so fast and length so quickly. So, yeah, I've just thought about recently asking people if they want to do like a wig competition to design a wig for me or something. Like, I don't know, because I cannot afford these glamorous wigs that I want. But this one wig artist that I love, that's kind of local to me, she's offered to make me a wig when I can come up and hang out with her again the next time. So I'm hoping that'll happen soon. And Tanya, I see you're in here and it wouldn't let me do anything. So I hope you got that figured out. There it goes.
Yeah, I think let me just.
Oh, hold on. Are we
Yeah, I'm
back?
here. I just want to move my phone away from my other phone. I wanted to use my my personal account, but it's okay. I'm gonna use social chats. Just well, how do I sound at this account?
You sound really good,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
I think it's fine. Yeah.
Maybe I'll just stick to this account for a second. So,
Yeah. As long as it's not by the other phone, then it's
oh yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It was a little wacky there at the beginning, but now it's fine.
Like my phone, my computer, all that.
Yeah. My phone is crazed right now, anyways. Like, I think I need to get a new phone one of these
I
days.
think we all need a new phone. We all need an upgrade. But but when you really think about it, when it comes to your hair, it's like a crown jewel, and
It
it
really
is,
is.
and it's no place for anyone to make fun of anyone's hair, and that's why it's really important about different people's culture and their hair too, like and to honor that also. So I feel that when it comes to a hair, it's like it's another story in itself because imagine if you are you know young, beautiful, and then your hair start falling out, and you can't figure out why. And the doctors don't know why. I mean, that's traumatic for women. If you're young, you start losing your hair.
Yeah, it was hard to deal with it. Like everybody thought I had cancer and still does sometimes if I go without my hair. Or if I'm wearing a hat instead of a wig, they always ask if I have cancer first. And I'm like, no, like I have a hair pulling disorder, and I tell them about what I have so they know what it's about. And like I haven't really been able to ever stop pulling out my eyelashes. Um, but like from the top of my head, it just doesn't grow in anymore on the scalp. Like my hair itself is too thin to grow in like normal. So I just always will wear a wig probably till the end of my life. I've become used to it now, and I just want better wigs and better fibers for wigs because these fibers get so easily like wrecked and fluffed out and everything. So that's where I'm at right now is I want better wigs for women and men.
I
I know
mean,
that
when I used to do hair, there was like a line called Renee of Paris that had really nice hair pieces that you can
I
buy.
remember
Yeah, I don't know what happened to them. It was like human hair. They're really quality. It lasts forever. But I
we had
noticed
a
that now it's different when it comes to hair pieces and hair extension. There's so many variety. There's so
yeah.
many things to offer.
I have like two websites that I buy wigs from that I trust, but like lately I haven't been getting what I've been wanting. They've been out of stock because the websites have become more popular and they sell out quicker on them. But I don't trust many websites for wigs anymore, and I would further suggest going to a local beauty store in your area for hair pieces before shopping online because you can get personalized services at wig stores and beauty stores in your areas over online services where you're just kind of shopping for what you think will look good on you, but like you really don't understand what it's going to look like till you try it on, and you can't try it on and return it with a wig online. So like usually at a beauty store you get up to 5 try-ons with a wig cap. um Post COVID they will let you do it 3 times with one wig cap, and then you have to purchase another wig cap and you can try on up to 3 wigs. And then the way it goes here is if you purchase the display model, you get like 20% off the price of what the wig normally would be. So like I always try to buy a display model wig because it might be a little bit more fluffed out already, but it generally is a lot cheaper than spending $90 to $150 on a wig that might not last more than a month and a half. But I think that a lot of women spend, over $150 to $250 on a hair appointment if they're getting color and cut at the same time with a style and a blowout, right, Tonya? Like, I don't know how much it costs to get your hair done in the real world. I have like
Well,
no idea.
here it's $50 down here.
Okay,
I mean, it's
that's
$25 to $50 is the going rate down here as far as for the blow dry. Like
that sounds
set.
doable.
Yeah, haircut is like. I mean,
But what
when
about
when
color?
I use
Getting color?
color it varies 75, 100, depending on how many process. If it's foil, it all
Yeah,
varies. So, but the
I
thing
was.
is with the hair is that I always still come back to take care of your health first, and then you'll figure out why your hair is falling out. And so sometime, because my girlfriend had that. My girlfriend lost a lot of her hair. Her husband, she found her husband, he passed away, and then her hair stopped falling out, and she couldn't figure it out. And I didn't really know much about hormones and all that stuff because I didn't get in a car accident. I didn't really go searching for it, but years later, I figured it out why she lost her hair, and she still wears a wig. She never really went and got it checked on as far as why, and figure out different ways. But when you get trauma of any kind, that causes hair loss too. Trauma triggers this hormone, the cortisol, but too much of something overwhelms a person sometimes, and they just start losing their hair. And then the other part when you start losing your hair is like for women is I know for a fact it's estrogen, because when I was getting ready to go through menopause, I was like, wow, my hair's falling out. And then I sat in this seminar. This doctor was talking about estrogen and the 3 different types of estrogen and explaining what each one does. And then it dawned on me, I was like, maybe I'm going to menopause and I'm just low on estrogen, and that I need to go get myself checked out to get some hormones. And, or even take some supplements that can convert into estrogen, like mild, small amounts, so that it doesn't cause any issues. So that was it. I started taking that, and you take biotin. Have you heard of, you've heard of biotin? That's a really good supplement for hair to help your hair grow.
Mhm. I used to have a special shampoo that I would use that had a lot of biotin in it. And I think it was called Nioxin. And I just
Oh
had
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was really expensive though too. So I
Have you heard of olive oil for the root of the hair?
I have used an olive oil treatment before as well. And then there was something else that I used that I got at the hair store, but I don't recall what it was called, but I could probably find it again if I go back. It's
Yeah,
just, there's a lot of olive oil treatments that I've used that I've liked. I love the smell of them too. Um they've actually worked to bring some up as well, to bring some of the growth back as well.
I think eating salmon, omega fish oil is good for your skin and your hair. Also, that I have read up on, and then you eat walnuts. That's really good for your hair to grow through. It's like you are what you eat, and they say that if you just check, and sometimes if you check just to see what you're allergic to, could also help some of the issues you have. So I just shared that story on the nest of Jada Smith. About her alopecia, and they're talking about the different story, and that pictures in there of the different women with their hair loss. And it was just like, wow. And then I'm sharing a story about does collagen help hair growth? I'm sharing that story. I want to make sure everyone take a look at that. And I'm going to put this here. Okay. So on the hair loss, do you take collagen?
Not right now, no.
Because collagen is supposed to be really good for hair growth. And I actually I saved it. I savored it. Is actually it's called it's bird's nest. It's like it's like a seaweed type of thing. It's called bird nest, but it has the highest amount of collagen. So I'll boil that up. I'll cook it and I'll make it into like a almost like a broth, and then I'll blend it in and I'll just drink it as a tea sometime. That helps a lot too, especially when you don't feel good, but it has so much collagen, and it naturally it makes such a big difference in my hair and my skin. So,
I'll have to try.
well, no, I'm just like I said, collagen is such a big important factor for your skin. I always know, but when it comes to the hair, I think your hair is made of collagen because like I used to sell Goldwell, and this is how I explain to people the colorants. Colorants was made out of protein, and so I'm sorry, our hair is made out of protein. So collagen, it will pump up the protein that the hair shaft, so it makes it thick and full. That's why a lot of time you see a lot of this shampoo and conditioner. They're like, oh, it has collagen in it. But if you put protein, like so, if you have thin hair, but then if you had like a rinse, but the rinse had protein in it, and it's just a clear. I've used it in my hair, and it just thickens it. So
Nice.
have you
Yeah,
heard of that?
sounds like
Like the gloss, it's made of protein. It's from Goldwell. It's called Colorants.
I have not.
Yeah, that helps a lot too. I used to do that every 2 to 3 weeks, and that helped. My hair grew really quick.
I'll have to see if I can find that here. Where would I find it? Like at Sephora or?
Oh no! It's a beauty salon product. It's a service. So I used to sell it. So when I ran the salon, I would always make sure I carry the whole line. So when I did a hair color and the color didn't come out right, I'd use Colorants. The semi it's like a semi permanent, but not. It's not semi permanent. It's like one of the more you wash, it'll wash out. So I would use that product to tone down the brassiness or the yellow of the hair. But then I discovered that if your hair is really dry and damaged and you put that on, it really fills in your cuticle and makes it thick and full and shiny.
Yeah, the top of my head at least is like pretty thinned out right now, and I have some growth up there, but not like quite a bit. But I have a lot of like silver hairs coming in, so I feel my age right now when I look at myself in the mirror.
Don't be like me and don't look at yourself in the mirror and make
I
all your
really
pictures
don't.
look like cartoon characters. That's
I
what
like,
I'm doing right now.
yeah, I have my cartoon up there right now, my NFT version of myself, and I like her a lot. So I'm just gonna chill with that vibe for now. She's got her tattoos on and she's cool.
Yeah, I love that avatar for you, by the way. It looks really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like it a lot actually. So I'm gonna open the story about the Garden wrote this, and you know, I don't know when at the Oscar when Chris Rock, Chris Rock was making fun of her hair. I mean, I guess he didn't think that much of a big deal, but he was calling her like GI Jane, like part two, because like she's going in the military and she shaved all
Oh
her hair.
man, so he didn't think it was that big of a deal, and he was just kind of being a little bit rude at the same time.
Yeah, he was just being like, the GI Jane two here, like, and at first, Will Smith was just kind of like laughing a little bit about it, not a big deal, but I guess I saw it when they showed the camera. I saw it and I was like, whoa, and I didn't watch it live either, so because I don't really care for the Oscar, and I just watched it. People was talking about it, and you, I knew she did not. She was like very upset actually because she spent a whole year on her show live streaming talking about her struggle of her hair. Could you imagine waking up every day and your hair is falling out and you can't control it, right? You know.
No, I think that would be like even worse than what I have going on, because like if I had that, I'd probably be even more like petrified of what was happening to me. Like I know what I'm doing when I pull my hair out. It's just I can't stop myself from doing it. It's like scratching an itch almost. Like the same feeling of having an itch and needing to scratch it to make it stop is how I explain the need to pull my hair out, because it's really like it's not it's not necessary, but it is also necessary to do it. Otherwise, this strange feeling of having to do it won't go away. But it's hard to explain.
No, I do. I understand.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sorry, my husband and I are having dinner at this time. Yeah, it's just he hasn't eaten all day, so he needs to
Oh
eat
yeah,
definitely
no, feed him.
before
My
he does.
goodness, feed him.
Yeah, got some spinach dip going on, which is a nice thing to have. We've been having this nice spinach artichoke dip for a while now, but
I used to love eating that, but then my
yeah,
cholesterol was too high, so I had to stop. I had to say no.
yeah. My cholesterol was a little too high too the last time I checked it at the doctor a few weeks ago. So I haven't really been eating. I mean, I had to eat when I was in the hospital. They would like make you eat, and then you just kind of get full, and then you go back to your room. But it is what it is. But I I recently started trying to cut out more soda than I had been having because my sugar was too high. And I'm trying to drink more water and just limit myself to one coffee a day. So if I'm having coffee at all,
Have you talked to your doctor about maybe getting on metformin or something?
I can't take it. It'll drop my blood sugar too low because I
Oh,
have
really?
and I don't digest those pills anymore. I was
Oh,
poor and like I took them for a long time, and like it literally just every diabetic pill and every diabetic thing drops me too low because I'm already not eating enough as it is. So I eat like one slider's worth of food at a time and get really, really full. And then that's about as much of a sandwich as I can handle. Is like a slider sandwich at a time.
oh, wow. Well,
Yeah.
I just like as I take metformin because I want to keep my blood sugar down. That's why.
Yeah. No, I
But
recommend
that,
people do take it if their doctor recommends it because it does help quite a bit. But my A1C is still in the pre-diabetic zone, so I think with a little bit more control over what I am eating,
mhm.
I'll be able to just be better at having a lower A1C next time I get blood work done in a few months.
Yeah, I take metformin for longevity. It's a really good medication to help. But they say that if you control your sugar intake, it helps reverse aging because sugar causes aging in your system.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more water in now.
That's
Anyway,
important.
Sarah's here.
Hey.
That okay, so I went to lunch with Cara and some friends, and I had a mojito flight, so I had like 4 different drinks. So those drinks made me tired.
I figured that's what happened. You're only a half hour late. It's okay.
Yeah, we're fine. You're here, and I just I'm just saying that the topic today was because the last time we did a space, you had your mom next to you, and you were talking about, and we are talking about hair loss. Would be a good space to talk about. So that's why we're here today to talk about hair loss. Is your mom? Can you call your mom? Does she want to come on and share some of her thoughts?
My mom actually went to the bar last night, so she is probably still sleeping and recovering from the bar.
Hey, at least
I
she
like
had
your
a
mom.
vibe, right?
Yeah, she went with some friends because they had a friend come from South Carolina unfortunately, she lost her dad about a week or two ago, so they did a memorial yesterday. So my mom ended up going to play pool with them, and then they went to the bar and they just celebrated the guy's life and their friends, and they just enjoyed themselves.
Well, that sounds like a good reason to get together at the end there, like to celebrate the life of their friends, like while you're still here, you might as well do it kind of like we did today, with the lunch. We had a good lunch.
We had a nice ladies' day.
We did.
That's nice.
Yeah, Sarah and our other friend came to the Smokers Club lounge, and then we went to lunch at a local restaurant that's a kind of a chain restaurant. I think it's called BJ's Brew House is where we ended up, but we waited a long time to get in there, so we might as well have we stayed quite a while to make sure we got our money's worth. And it was
Well,
kind of,
that's good.
yeah, it was
One
good, right?
Me and the other girl, Renee, your friend Renee, and our group, we got mojito flights. Like there was like four little drinks. There was a strawberry one, a lavender one, a tropical one, and a mango one. I liked all but the lavender one, and I think she liked the lavender one, but she wasn't too big on the mango.
And I didn't have anything but a root beer, and then I ordered a red ale, but they gave it to me so late in the day after all the food was done and packaged up to go that I was like, hey, can I get a to-go cup for this beer? I'm not going to drink it till I get home. And I didn't, because there was like a car accident when I left. Did you guys see that car accident, Sarah?
No, I didn't see a car accident. Thank God I didn't.
You lucked out, man. That was wrecked up over by the restaurant there. There was a huge car wreck that was like 4 cars deep all over the whole main road in town.
I kind of like back looped around over towards like 4:12 or 20 past 4 more, so like I avoided that whole
Okay,
Coliseum
smart,
intersection.
smart. You're smart. But yes, anyways, I think that back to the topic at hand is the hair loss that we were talking about. I do apologize, Tonya. We get off topic sometimes when we get in the room. But Sarah, what was
No,
your
I do it all the time, so don't
mom?
worry.
What was your mom talking about with hair loss so that we can still touch on the topic so
It's
that we can always talk about it later?
products that are gonna help her grow her hair more. She's losing hair. Her hair is thin. Her hair is, very thin and very brittle, I would say, in a way, very breakable, and she's having issues with trying to find products that are going to help her promote hair growth.
So has she talked to her doctor, or has she had her hormones checked, or like check her thyroid,
I am not
thyroid
sure.
and estrogen? Um, because that's a huge thing for women. As like after 45, a lot of women experience that the lack of estrogen being because they're either starting into premenopausal. That's the first sign. I know because I went through that. And also thyroid, and also like if your thyroid is not like this T3, T4 that doesn't convert properly, your hair could be falling out too. Or if your thyroid's going too fast, that can cause that too. Go too slow, that can cause it too. So and low estrogen. Those are the those are the things that I would. I'm not a doctor, so she should talk to her doctor about it. I would suggest that because that's what I did when I had that problem in my
I
40s.
definitely pass her along, but she's been looking like into like because they do like hair growth promotion like shampoos and stuff, and I think that's what she's trying to look for too. Maybe something else that's over the counter, maybe to help a
But
little bit more.
those don't. They say that they don't help until you got to find out the root cause. I mean, no pun intended, but the root cause of something, especially for a woman that her hair loss, she can try it. I mean, my girlfriend who went to survive COVID, but
Yeah,
also she is in menopause. So between the hormones not being right, and then she got COVID, then she went to her doctor, some doctor someone suggested. They gave her hormones but then they gave her a lot. Because I'm not a doctor, for disclosure, but I work with a lot of labs and doctors, and so I looked at her stuff and I'm like, God dang, your doctor is giving you more testosterone than a man would use. Why is that? That your hair would fall out that way too. So that was the other problem with her too. But because she got COVID, it aged her insides, so her hair started falling out. And then she tried to get on hormone replacement, and all that. It took her a couple times, but she still is suffering from it. But it's just it's something that you don't get over it overnight. You just got to find out the reason, and then you got to change a lot of your lifestyle.
even changing like your diet and stuff can help that too.
Yeah,
I'm learning about trying to change my diet. I mean, I've slacked a lot lately since I've gotten out of the hospital, but I am definitely trying to learn and starting to learn more about what my body is not liking anymore.
You're also at this stage. You're starting to get your hormones change too. You're young, but at a certain age, like in your 20s, your
My
your late 20s, you have a change in your hormones
Yeah,
too.
my mom actually started she got premenopausal when she was really young, about my age, maybe even a little bit younger. I'm 22 now, so she might have started getting menopause problems, like started to do hot flashes and a bunch of like hormonal changes. When she was about 20, 22-ish, that's when she started to notice the changes of menopause really early. And so ever since then, she found out that our family actually starts to we start our menopause process about my age now. So it would make sense for me to have some of those issues as well. And I've started to notice that my mom's had like hot flashes and stuff like that. Like she gets those issues more with the menopause than she started when she was in like she has really bad restless leg syndrome. So she takes a different type of medications every day to try to help with that. But I want to say about a year ago, her and her husband got a nutritionist to come in like their lives and start helping them build, get healthier. My mom's was born in 1972, no, 73. Her and her husband. So I would assume my mom's about 46, 47. I wanna say. So she's starting to, like, become more menopausal and not have a period as much. So she's having more issues, but with the change of diet and stuff, she's not been having as much issues.
That's really important. Actually, your mom's 50. I got she's 50 because
Yeah,
I'm 55. I'm 67, so it's like I
I'm
think
trying to remember I'm trying to remember their ages, and I'm just like, "Wait, I can't remember if she was 47, 48, or" but I just remembered she did have a birthday in October, so
the thing is, it does. You are what you eat, and if you have a healthy gut, you should have a healthy brain. I mean, they say the gut makes a huge difference, and the gut. I always wonder if that affects the hair also.
I feel like it would. I feel like everything affects, like, everything a little bit in your body. I'm still learning about what's going on with my stomach. I have a severe inflammation level of, like, gastritis for my stomach, but they're thinking it's a little bit more than just that. So, I mean, honestly, our bodies are just changing. I used to be like this when I was 13. I had issues, and now I'm 22 and I'm getting worse. So, therefore, I'm trying to catch the problem as quickly as possible so that way I don't live miserably for the rest of my life.
Well, that's good that you are taking charge on that. Like, 'cause that's important, and you care for yourself. That's really important.
Yeah, and mental health too. Mental health care is another thing that I really try to take care of regarding myself. And not even just me, I try to advocate mental health awareness to other people because that's also another reason you could be losing your hair because you're emotionally or mentally not having the right balance.
Yeah, that's really that affects too. Stress and cortisol and having difficulties focusing, all the brain fog, all that could be part of the issues of hair loss. And also, they say your adrenals. When you have adrenal failure, you don't get enough sleep, you're not eating the right kind of food. Your body gets to a point that it's literally falling apart in a sense because your adrenal glands are very, very important. And if your adrenals drop to the point that you're so overwhelmed and depressed and you can't understand why, it affects the person. Like, so adrenals can be another issues too, where they're not sleeping enough, they're not taking care of them, they're staying up for days, that kind of stuff too. Working and not getting enough sleep, that's adrenal. You can get adrenal failure because
I want to like pass all of this information on to my mom and like her friends and try to make sure that they're able to like reach out to their doctors and get help. I even want to reach out to my doctor tomorrow about getting my hormones checked too.
I again ask your doctor about progesterone. Check your progesterone because I know my one girlfriend that would get migraines. She started going on the progesterone therapy. It's not like to take it all the time, but it's usually around. I can't remember. It's before her period. She would feel it. She started to feel like get headaches, migraines, and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
my
progesterone helps you sleep also.
are a very annoying thing with I'm one of a few people in like a little group that we kind of like I have a friend that we both listen to each other and we both talk to each other about migraines. She's been dealing with migraines probably longer than I have. She's actually getting Botox for it. So I'm in the process of trying to figure out whether or not I'm going to need the Botox. It's just the insurance is giving us a big go around. I'm supposed to be taking a monthly shot, and the insurance doesn't want to approve the monthly shot because of how expensive it is. But they're wanting me to try a different monthly shot, and that monthly shot is like $600 every month. And I'm like, I can't
Yeah,
afford that.
Botox, because Botox is supposed to help with your headaches. That's a huge thing too, as someone told me.
I'm
So
in the
is
process of learning about Botox and trying my insurance or my doctors are my neurologist and my other team of doctors are trying to fight with my insurance about getting me approved for Botox for medical purposes to try to get relief because I'm
well,
getting
isn't that a code that they have to come up with?
yeah they have to file a big claim of because it's not technically a cosmetic surgery. It's actually a big medical surgery, and it's like 30 injections into your head and like all around your skull to try to be able to alleviate pressure and not allow because wrinkling can cause you to have really bad like head pressure and head pain. So any type of movement or wrinkling, stuff like that can affect your migraines and your brain. So therefore, they try to do everything that they can to try to keep you from wrinkling as much in a way. And I know that sounds like really weird for a 20-year-old to go get Botox done on her head, but I mean, the benefits of it are the fact that I'm hopefully never going to have a large or longer quantity of migraines every time because I'm suffering from migraines at least a few times a week for a couple times a day, and I bear through them, I deal with them, but I have had some really severe ones recently, so they've just been unbearable, and they have, caused me to lose my jobs a few times, so I'm trying to find a balance in life with my health and being able to work.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with you getting Botox. It's actually that is medically deemed necessary if it helps relieve your migraine. Having a migraine, that's a disruption in your life. I mean, you don't. I just know a lot of people that have migraines so bad. And then I actually there's another pill for migraines. I know someone that was a rep for it that's really strong. I just don't think that's good. But I think Botox, there's nothing wrong with Botox. Just a small amount. And even 20, 30 injections is not that much.
No, and I was told that, it's
I
a
can
little.
do 20 or 30 injection on my, very easily around my eyes.
So I'm hoping that my insurance will allow me to at least try it out at least once or twice to be able to feel whether or not I'm gonna have any relief. Because the first time I was told that you're gonna be a little more sore with the Botox, and then the second or third time you start to finally realize the relief effects of it. Same thing with like I do like a monthly shot. I have to inject myself every month with a Emgality shot to prevent migraines from happening. So we have a beta blocker and then a prevention medication, and then you also have other medications that you're supposed to be taking. The beta blocker is what you take, which is like the pills, those strong pills that you take for like when you have a migraine onset. That's supposed to take it away. They have like Topramax or I take Nurtec, which honestly I can take daily even if I don't have a migraine, which is what I like because it's also a preventative method. But I've tried, I want to say 15, 20 different medications for migraine since I was 13. And I have not had any luck with any relief on medications. There was one shot that I had a couple months ago that was allowing me to not have them as frequent, but they were still bad and they were still I was still having like a bad reaction to them. But then I wasn't able to get that shot because the insurance didn't want to approve it.
And not, have your doctors ever checked your hormones? I mean, I know you're young, but did they ever check like all your estrogen, your progesterone, your like everything, like just to make sure?
I think they might have checked them like when I was really young. So I maybe they need to update and check to see if there's anything different.
Yeah, I would definitely, and your insurance should cover for that because since you only had it done when you were young. So I think once you get it done, then you'll know exactly where your levels are, and your doctor can talk to you. And if your doctor doesn't quite understand, I'm sure you can find a doctor in the area or ask your insurance. But usually it's for migraines. That's what a lot of the doctors that I work with, they check the patient's hormones and thyroids first, and then they ask them lifestyle questions, and then find out if maybe I think there's a test to test out your adrenals can cause different things too. So it goes hand in hand. One thing in your body goes out of hand, something happens. It's kind of like it's like a machine, it's like a car.
Yeah, it's like once one thing happens, a bunch of things start happening at the same time.
Right, and so you just gotta like constantly check, and especially for us, for being a woman, we have to always check ourselves as far as our hormones are concerned, just to make sure, because something that you could, and also something you eat can change how you feel. Because women, we're different than men because we have so much more. We have a lot of hormones in our body. I mean, we have like 3 estrogen. Men has just plain old estrogen, but they have too much. It's just like if men have too much testosterone, the estrogen will dominate. So, again, I'm not a doctor. It's something I've learned, and I worked with doctors, and I worked in a laboratory, compounding pharmacy. So we had to learn all kind of stuff. But that's the other thing too. You just talk to your doctor about it once he check out, and then have him talk to you about getting a small progesterone cream. Ask him about that if you can get that, and put a little bit of it at night, and try it out. Ask him maybe you should try it out if you know when you're going to
I
get your period.
have a doctor's appointment tomorrow with my
Perfect.
doctor, so I will talk to him tomorrow about getting some blood work done, and then Tuesday I actually have my nose surgery.
Wow, you're gonna be down for the week.
It's actually supposed to be pretty non-invasive, so I'm hoping to not have any long recovery.
That's good. Well, you'll be fine. You're young. To be 22 again, that's like you're young.
I'm older as I go. That's why I'm trying to take care of myself now.
Yes, that's why I know why I love you so much. You're so like smart in that sense because if you don't take care now, when the future comes, it's going to be an issue.
I wasn't really, I mean, as a kid, I would say I was a little neglected regarding my health a little bit, and that's a little unfortunate. But since I've been able to take control of my own health and my own life, I have done so much more for myself, for my mental health, for my emotional health, for my physical health. I've found out so many things and have started to change the way that I live because I've learned that I've had these problems for most of my life and I didn't even know about it. So now I'm learning to try to work around it and make a nice balance of being able, because it's, I can't do anything about it. At the end of the day, I can't be mad about it. I can't be upset about it because nothing's going to change unless I physically do it and I physically make the change to myself. Nothing's going to change, and dwelling about it is just going to make it worse.
I agree with you.
But
You're doing it. You'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. So we have about 6 minutes left. We could just go ahead and do some closing. Have you seen anything? Have you looked up at any of the beauty magazine? Anything that people are talking about that we wanna do like a hot or not? At the end of our segment, any new stuff that we gotta have in beauty? Is it hot or is it not
haven't
hot?
seen anything yet recently, but I mean, I'm really seeing these weird nail trends, like acrylic nail trends.
I wish you could show off your nails right now, Sarah, because you have really, really, really cool nails right now.
You should just take a picture of it and then pin it.
Yeah.
Tweet it and pin it so we can see your nails.
Let me see if I can figure that out.
She has some high vibing nails right now. They're pretty cool. I need to get my toenails done here soon, honestly. Like, I'm in very dire need of a pedicure and an acrylic full set. That would be ideal for me here soon.
Yeah, I haven't had a pedicure in so long. I just don't. I don't know. I usually I have my own pedicure thing at my house, and so I try to find somebody to come to my house and use all my tools because I don't know. I went to the last time I went to get a pedicure was in 2012, and somehow I came home with shingles. I guess I just came home and I wasn't feeling that great. I was feeling great when I got there, and then they said that if you've never had chicken pox before, which I didn't, if you're like, sitting down next to someone or anyone that has, they touch you and they had shingles, you can get you can get it. So I don't even know where I got my shingles, but after that, I just like, I would never go get my pedicure done in a salon because I'm just, I don't know. I have to be really comfortable with where I'm going. So, because down here is pretty crazy, but everybody,
Yeah, I can
yeah,
imagine. I can imagine it's pretty bad down there. Okay, Sarah sent a message to the group. Let's see.
I'm
Can you
still learning Twitter, so I'm trying to figure out how to pin.
put it on your tweets and then you can put it up on the top of the group page, I think, or on the top of the chat here.
your nail looks incredible, especially the 420. That's the first thing I noticed.
I had
was like
to,
420.
and I couldn't help it because it's
I
the
love it.
of 420, and I have to do it.
I love it. It's coming up again. You're gonna have to do all 420.
Yes. I need to
So
get something done before then. Like, I need to get my nails done before then because I have to make a trip up north and like be fancy that day.
no,
At least I feel like I do.
I lived like I wore makeup like maybe 4 times in the last no more longer than that 5 times in the last 2.5 years.
I feel
Um,
that. I feel that way too.
I just literally have been living around with my hubby's boxers and his tank top. I wear it backward, and that's my outfit. It was my outfit for like for like a whole year.
Nice.
Like, and the funny
I
part
have
is, I would stain his tank top because I would eat and I would spill stuff all over it. But I wear it backward, so I can the front in the front. So when he wears his own tank top, I can see the stain in the back of his shirt. It's so funny. He doesn't even realize it. I don't say anything to him, but I feel bad. I'm like, oh my god, I just messed up his tank tops. Not just once. I think that I messed like a dozen of them.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, I have a pair of leggings that's like just the right fit. So I'm wearing those right now, and then a white tank top of mine and a hoodie that says good mood on the back.
Nice. So
I
on
just
this,
wear whatever.
you what?
But I just wear whatever. Like right now, I have pajama shorts on and a crop top. So
All right, be comfortable. So it's 5:58. I'm gonna go ahead and close out this space. I gotta get ready for my next space, and then I'm gonna go to bed early because I think I've just been working on my website and just doing, just been doing on my website so crazy. I worked on my website for like 3 days trying to fix that the event thing, and we didn't get the mail, and so the mail overloaded. So we went and got the mail out, right? They freaking stopped delivering to us. We've lived in this house for 20 something years, and the lady stopped delivering to us. She said that we were vacant, that we left our own house. And this is the third time. So now we're going to go get it. The only reason I noticed it because I didn't get my vitamins. I ordered all these vitamins. I look online. They said they returned my vitamins. And I was here. So I feel like the U.S. Postal Service is a hot mess. So I don't know why I went on that tangent, but I just think the U.S. Postal Service is a hot mess. So
no,
on this, you what?
it's same thing with Amazon. They lose stuff all the time.
I can't stand that. Because it's like, I don't know. I think maybe I'm just spoiled by FedEx. I get it right when I'm supposed to get it.
My FedEx is screwed up right now too because I had them send it to a hold location. So I don't trust them either.
So it's 6 o'clock on this note, ladies. It's been a pleasure. You guys have a great week, and let's come up with something cool next week. I'm gonna try to get us, maybe if we do makeup, I'll get a makeup artist on to talk about what they're doing. If you come across anyone that you think, maybe a nail artist, I'd love to see a nail artist on do a chat with us and talk about what women are out there looking to do. Because doing nail art now with social network, you see all these. I've never seen such artistic artists.
I've seen people have
Nail tech.
toilets on their nails, literally toilets on their nails. So I mean, I've seen some cool stuff and some really weird, unique stuff.
Yeah, aren't they afraid that any of the stuff fall off and fall in the food or anything? No.
I don't usually get anything that dangles on my nails. Try not to because I'm afraid of that.
It's just this. When I was back in my days, that was a big thing. My whole thing back in my days was just a little diamond in our nail, a little pinky, and that was it.
Now,
That this little hook, with it's kind of like earrings with a diamond in it.
like people do full nail like Swarovski crystals and pay like $200 for their nails.
And then it's only good for like just to show up, and it's good for like an hour.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you think about it, and anytime the crystals start falling off, it's kind of like, ooh. I would spend the whole evening worrying about my fingernails.
I have like stickers and stuff on mine right now, so none of them fall off. Thank goodness.
You're a smart girl. Okay, everybody, have a great day, and we'll be back next week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And any closing thought, Cara?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just relaxing now. Thanks for having me on the show today, and I'm happy to be here with you guys again.
Yeah, we're happy you're here. I'm so happy you're here, actually. Sarah, closing thoughts.
Not much. Just make sure that you're taking care of your mental health and your own physical health, and your body will take care of you.
Ditto. I totally agree with you. So everyone have a great day, and we'll be back next week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you have any beauty ideas and subjects that you want us to talk about and to cover, please DM either myself, Cara, or Sarah, and we'll be back. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. And thank you for being here. And thank you for listening. Bye.